The hardest I've ever laughed.
Yeah.
Ever. And I can pinpoint it. Now I've had real long, hard laughs, but like where I heard people's words and they made me laugh was you and Patrice with the etymology of, that's the hardest I can tell you where I was. It was, I pulled over, I can tell you my car, I can tell you everything about that moment. And not only did I laugh, but I looked around an empty car. Like, did anyone else just witness? And it's buttoned by Patrice's loud cackle.
His
of a laugh.
laughing off the mic.
His
I loved
laugh
him so much. I remember that moment. That's like a moment I remember. There's some things I've done in my life that I can't actually conjure it. But I remember sitting there and watching him. And the thing is that Patrice was such a master. I think he could have been the best comedian that ever lived. Mm-hmm. He had just cracked the code on his own stand-up, but he also was tough and he was like impenetrable. Like a few times that I fucked around with joking with him, he would destroy me every time.
Yeah.
And the thing that happened was he was talking about the etymology of the word and how it came from keikel. It's the Yiddish for circle.
Yeah.
And that in Ellis Island, if you couldn't write, if you were illiterate, you'd sign with an X. But the poverty-stricken Jews that were illiterate, they would make a circle, a keikel. Yeah. And that's right. So he was saying this really sincerely. Like he was telling the story.
Saying it sincerely, but with a little bit of a... He looked little you're Jewish.
But he was looking a little vulnerable when he said
it. For real?
Like a little like, this is where it came from. And I was like, wow. It was like if you're in a boxing match with somebody and he drops his right and you're like, are you kidding me? I can just throw this and I'm going to... And I knew I was going to say it. And I said it.
It's the hardest.
And he laughed so hard and it was so satisfying to make Patrice laugh that hard. That is the best. One of my favorite moments of my life was making him laugh that hard.